If you're still collecting Pokemon cards the same way you did last year, you're probably losing money right now. Truth is, the market's shifting. Things that used to be a no-brainer to buy, to sell, are sitting on shelves now. Cards that you used to be like, oh, I'm going to send this card out to get graded, that would get a high grade, may not even cover the cost of cost of the card. Today's video, I'm going to be breaking down why I've had to shift my way of buying and selling Pokemon cards. So let's get to it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, collectors. It's Ken here with Can't Stay More Collecting. I'm an active duty military member who decided to open up their own eBay store in late 2024 because I have a passion for sports cards, Pokemon cards, as well as Magic and other TCGs. So I wanted to help fund my hobby. So I started selling my own personal collection. I had a whole bunch doing it, a whole bunch of fun doing it on eBay. So I decided to open up my own website selling Japanese and English Pokemon products at csmcollecting.com. So if you're interested in that, please go check out csmcollecting.com. It'd be greatly appreciated. But in today's video, we're talking about the ever-changing market that is the Pokemon community. I'm going to go over a few reasons. I have some cheat sheets in front of me to make sure I cover everything in today's video. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, I think one of the biggest change in the Pokemon market right now in 2025 is the um, hyper-focused hype of the new sets, as well as the uh, we'll call it under demand or under supply in demand of these new sets. People are getting tired of chasing the new sets. People are getting tired of the buy. Because I swear it seems like every month there's a new set somebody's trying to go out and buy. It's just my opinion. It's what it feels like. Um, when I started my own website, when I started my business, I had the mentality of, hey, I'm not going to go after the new sets. So I'm going to buy the older sets and I'm going to do that. Well, fun fact for you, some of those older sets do well for me, but they sit on my shelves for probably far too long, in my opinion, especially at the beginning stages of my business. I'm trying to turn and burn through product, get more revenue, get more inventory, and rinse and repeat. That is my goal. Like I do not like sitting on products right now, and there are things that I thought were going to be like instant sellers have been sitting on my shelves for literally 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I have some products that are sitting there for over five now, and that hurts. But I think the hype in those products are dying, so the drive and demand isn't there. So it's kind of hurting because there's always a new set to come out. There's always the next set, the next set, the next set. But as a seller, not having those sets kind of hurt me. So I've had to make pivot one. I had to buy newer stuff. Um, Pivot two is the cards that I used to think about grading, the cards that I had sent out to get graded. Um, those aren't the cards that grade anymore. Outside of the fact of I spend $20 to go get a card graded through PSA, it's going to take almost 34 months for that card to get back to me, to where that price of that card is going to change significantly. I had a buddy of mine send out a card to get graded back in January. He got the card back mid-March, late March. When the card went out originally, the card was worth over $100 in a PSA 10. By the time he got it back, a PSA 10 was going for $55. So in that time frame, that money dropped significantly. So cards that used to be no-brainers to go get graded, it's just not there anymore. What I'm seeing a lot of people pivot to now is they're getting away from the ultra modern stuff and they're trying to just go back and um, XY error, maybe a little, still a little short sword and shield helps if I can talk today. And then maybe even some vintage. I'm seeing a lot more people getting into the vintage niche of cards just because the consistency is there for the most part. Um, but those are a couple of the big pivots that I've seen so far for 2025 is products that used to sell easily aren't selling that easily anymore. Cards that used to be no-brainers to go out to get graded, they're just not covering those costs anymore, and it's really affecting buyers. It's really affecting sellers. I'll say more sellers than buyers in some cases. Um, but it's just how the Pokemon market is right now. And if you are not changing with it, you are, like I said in the beginning, you are probably losing money at this point. Um, the bubble is going to come down eventually. There's talks right now that the bubble might be on its way down to begin with, um, but it really comes down to the bull market is gonna eventually stop. It's gonna be a bear market. Things are gonna settle down a little bit more, um, and then we're gonna probably see another jump and increase um, a year, a year, 18 months later, 2 years later. It depends on the sets that come out, and it's just gonna be rinse and repeat cycle. But if you're not pivoting, if you are not changing with how you are buying, how you are collecting in today's market, you are going to be left behind, and I do not want that for you. Um, so one of the things that I'm recommending is if you're a buyer, stick to one platform. Buy at one platform. I sell on multiple platforms, and I will tell you between Facebook, between Instagram, eBay, TCG Player, um, my sales are sporadic and all over the place. And trying to focus on one area to sell, it kind of pigeonholes me, but as a buyer, I buy everything off of eBay. That's just how I do it. Because there's that guarantee with eBay of if something goes wrong, I can get a return, I can get my money back, etc. So my recommended as a buyer, stick to one platform and buy off of that platform, whether that's TCG Player, whether that's eBay, whether that's people's websites. Find one platform, buy off of that platform, go from there. As a seller, though, I cannot stick to that model. Unfortunately, I need everybody. I need to get as many eyes on my products as possible, so I have to spread out and go wide when it comes to my selling, which hurts a little bit. But I will tell you that I've been more focused on my uh, Instagram, not necessarily Instagram, but my eBay, my TCG player sales, and website because that is where I want my traffic to go. Um, because I will tell you, as a Facebook Marketplace seller, um, it takes a lot more time than I think people think. Because you got to go to the meetups, you got to do a whole bunch of different things, and the time just isn't worth it in my opinion. But unfortunately for me, that's where 90% of my sales are coming from. So I kind of have to keep that up until I can get those other platforms going. But as a buyer, I'm sticking to one platform. As a seller, I'm trying to stick to a couple and not spread myself out too far. Um, the other thing is, as people are getting smarter in this community, as they're using all the resources in their community, the uh, mom and pop game, I guess we'll call it, of hey, I can go get this card over here for cheaper, which then forces other people to go down on their prices, is also one of the things that I've noticed in this community in market more so recently than before, um, especially on Facebook. The people that are like, oh, I can get this card over here, so never mind, or oh, I can go get this product over here. But that's a little tangent. I'm sorry. I'm getting off focus here, so I'm gonna get back to my notes. Um, but it kind of goes into my uh, the mindset that we kind of need to have now is I have a little catchphrase that I use on my emails, and that I'm going to be using more frequently. It's collect what you love and stay more to the hobby. Because I want you as a collector to collect the things that you enjoy collecting, not be forced to collect them. And then I think if you enjoy collecting the things that you're doing, you're going to want to stay in the hobby. Staying in the hobby is great. That's what everybody's here for. They're here for the hobby. So again, collect what you love, stay more to the hobby. Good catchphrase for me, and I think it's kind of fitting for this video. Additionally, is as a seller, I have to accept smaller margins. Well, there's already small margins in this market and in this space, but there's a realization that um, 10, 12, 15% is probably going to be the max. I try to stay around that 10% margin personally, just because I want people to get the good prices on cards, good prices on products, but at the same time, I cannot do this for free since I do want to do this long term and I want to have my own business. So that's my own personal thing. Everybody's different, but having that mentality as a seller that my product margins need to be smaller is something that I've already accepted as I moved into this space, as I moved into this community, and it's just something that I just have to accept even more moving forward. Um, and the biggest and most important thing is having an exit strategy. If you realize that you are putting too much money into this hobby, you are not able to pay your bills, you're not able to do the things that you need to do to support your life. Having a plan to move out of the hobby or at least pause your hobby is the way to go. And then same for sellers, having that exit strategy of this just isn't working. If you are taking on more debt than what you can incur, then you got to have an exit strategy. Luckily for me, I'm at that point where um, selling my own personal collections started my business. It's funding my business. So nothing for me comes out of pocket. So um, that is why I don't have an abundance of supply because I have to sell the stuff I have originally to go churn and burn more. That's why I don't like stuff sitting on my shelves. But for those that aren't following that model, that take out these loans to start these businesses, that take out these loans to get all these products, make sure you have an excellent plan because there's going to come a day to where we are not going to see cards moving as fast as they are now in some cases, and products are going to be sitting on shelves for a lot longer, like they are in some of my cases now. But if you like this video, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. I'm sorry about my rants and ramblings. Hopefully you took something out of the video. And until the next one, collect what you love, stay more to the hobby, and you have a great one.